Launch sequence initiated. Clearance verified. Passcode accepted. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Nerd Nuke. Hey everybody, this is Barbie, and welcome to the 4th episode of the Nerd Nuke.
Hey everybody, this is Cajun, tagging along as usual.
We have a guest this evening. We have one of our nerd monkeys that's co-piloting with us. Say hello to Captain Phil. Captain Phil, say hello to everybody.
What's up?
What's up?
Yo, Dookie, pick up the phone.
Yo.
Honestly, in all seriousness, before we start the show, we want to extend our condolences to the families of the victims of the Colorado shooting. That's not what the nerd geek community is about, and we're absolutely appalled, and our hearts go out to you.
Yes, on such a joyous occasion, the last installment of the Dark Knight trilogy, for it to get marred in such a way, it's horrendous, but our thoughts are to those that are affected by this and know that, the
we're
nerd
thinking
community.
about you.
Yeah, and not only that, the nerd community is behind you 100%. But as everything, life must go on. And but last night was definitely a joyous occasion. The Dark Knight Rises premiered last night, midnight release, and I actually got to go see it down here in New Orleans.
Shocker.
Yeah, well, it's probably not much more of a shocker. AMC here, they showed the whole trilogy back to back.
And you were there.
Yes, I was there.
And you were in your jammies, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I actually had just gotten off work, so I was still in my work clothes, which sucks. Because otherwise, yeah, I would have been in my jammies, Batman stuff and everything.
Adult underoos. That's so sweet.
No, not that far. Thank you very much. I do have some dignity, left.
Are you kidding? For Batman, you have dignity left? Really?
Yes. Last night, I have to say this. I was thrilled and happy in both the way Christopher Nolan did Dark Knight Rises, the characters that were in there, and the way that he finished his trilogy.
Really?
Yes. The way that he finished it, I have a lot more respect for him than the way that BioWare finished off Mass Effect 3. But, we've already heard that little commotion before.
You just gotta get your little digs in, don't you?
Yes, I do. Zing! Okay, but yes, if you haven't seen it, I will say this. Ignore some of these bad reviews that you're getting from a lot of people. And, like the AP and MSNBC and all of them. Go see the movie. If you saw Batman Begins, if you saw Dark Knight Rise, or The Dark Knight, go see the final installment and be satisfied.
Really?
Yes.
All right. That's a ringing endorsement if I ever heard one.
Yes, very much so. Last night I got to see 2 trailers. First off, I want to touch on this one because it's actually been pulled now.
What? Why?
Gangster Squad trailer showed last night for the very first time, and it's basically about 1930s Los Angeles.
Okay.
And basically the police department decided to put together a squad that was off the books, and their whole sole purpose is to fight the underworld.
Is this like L.A. Noire?
Yes, by any means necessary.
Well, no. I'm asking, is it like the game L.A. Noire?
I never played it.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't have a comparison, but it's got Josh Brolin in it. It's got Emma Stone, Nick Nolte. So, it's got some good cast members, and it looks pretty good. But the reason why they pulled it is because at one point, gangsters actually shot people while they were in the movie theater. So, very much similar to what happened in Colorado.
Oh.
So, Warner Brothers pulled the trailer for that, and which I can understand.
Yeah, I guess I would have pulled it too, but geez.
Yeah. Just the similarities, very disturbing.
Well, yeah. I mean, I mean, you're playing a trailer, and it kind of happens in real time. That's a little disturbing.
Yes,
So
very much
yeah.
so. But also was they showed the new teaser. Treaser is what we're calling it now.
Oh, it's a teaser. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The new teaser for Man of Steel.
Oh, Superman. That's my boy right there.
Yes, yes. I like Batman. She likes Superman. You can see we're at war
I know.
here.
Could we be more opposite?
But in very much way, in a lot of ways, very much similar. So the
Hold on.
trailer,
Hold on. Just a second. Captain Phil, are you still with us?
Yo.
I swear to God, you're like the kid on the first day of school. You're like the teacher introduces you, and you're just like, hey. But then like halfway into the semester, you're all like la 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 la, and like everybody knows you. Yeah, you can chime in at any time.
I can.
You can.
Yes, you have the godly permission to
The godly
yak.
permission, really? Okay. Let me get a pin so I can just like prick Cajun's head real quick, deflate it a little bit.
You know what? I got something for you. Here, I got a pen.
Oh,
right
you
there.
do know how to count. Unfortunately, it's only to 1. Awesome.
I can actually go to 2.
Nice. So anyway, as you were saying.
The trailer showed at first it caught us off guard.
Right.
I mean, I was expecting to see Man of Steel trailer, but first they show the logos, Warner Brothers and DC Comics.
Right.
And you see this guy on this fishing boat. And at first I thought, I was like, wait, are they going to announce Aquaman or something? And then eventually they transition to where you're seeing these high shot aerial footages of these farms.
Right.
And you hear two distinct voices. One is definitely Russell Crowe, who is going to play Clark Kent's father, real father, Jor-El.
Oh, really?
Yes, and you hear another male voice talking, who we would have to assume is Kent, and you see a little boy running around with a red cape on his back.
Oh.
So,
There's some mighty big shoes to fill.
yes,
Right?
yes.
Oh my God.
And then at the very ending of the trailer, you see Superman, taking off into the air and then eventually breaking the sound barrier. To be honest, it really didn't show a whole lot, so I can't say whether or not I'm excited or not for it.
Well, I mean, just because it's Superman, I'm already excited, which kind of, made me spring into action. I went onto YouTube and completely raped it for any kind of spoilers. And 2 things stood out to me. I'm a Superman purist, to be perfectly honest. And, well, I am. I'll completely admit it. Fangirl, durr. But I noticed that the shield is completely different, and he has no signature red underwear. In fact, in place of the signature red underwear is this giant, like, I guess I'm just going to call it a banana. I mean, it's just like...
I think they got the costume mixed up from something from Magic Mike.
Right?
I
my God.
haven't seen the movie Magic Mike, and
Wow.
yeah, pretty much.
But I think more than the lack of costume is the changing of the shield. The shield completely reminds me of the entire Batman direction that it was going, where it's gritty, it's rough, it's I mean, there's certainly no Cancer voice, of course, but
Yeah.
But the shield, it looks like it's lit from within, like it's been on fire, like it's been forged in, a dirty heat, that kind of thing. I don't like it. I want the traditional shield. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have to agree. When I saw the design for the shield, I didn't agree with it. It's the best way to look at it, to compare it to something, is taking Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, the way that they redid the spider on his suit, is in very much the same way what they did with the Superman logo.
Right.
Shield, sorry.
Right.
I like it.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have to look at the atmosphere that it's coming out in. I mean, it's dark and gritty like the other superhero movies. And
Right, but why do they have to be going in this direction of dark and gritty?
I don't. The other ones, I don't know. I see it from a standpoint of they're not trying to copy them, but they're seeing what's succeeding. Like, so if you had a Superman that was kind of corny, where he did have his underwear on the outside, it wouldn't go. It wouldn't be as, I don't know, good, if you will.
What do you mean good? What do you think they've been doing since Christopher Reeve?
I don't know. That was campy. Like, I don't know. Superman Returns was kind of on the campy
That was
side.
the original Superman. We don't have anything else to go off of. That's how we met him.
Yeah, that's why you got to have a total reimagining. You can't have someone fill his shoes because you'll never live up to it. That's why you got to have the whole reimagining of it as a little darker storyline.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, one thing if we've learned on this show is to each their own opinion.
Yeah, right. Bygones.
Yes.
And you know, continuing in that vein, Amy Adams as Lois Lane, really? I
haven't even really saw a picture of her, so
yeah,
I can't.
I'm not feeling it.
Yeah. Now I could say if they had Emma Stone in there, my heart would be all aflutter.
I was gonna just say that.
Emma Stone is my girl.
No kidding.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, Amy Adams in Superman, it just, I don't know. I mean, now a new character that's being introduced, Lawrence Fishburne as their editor. Now that I agree with.
To me, Fishburne's kind of stiff. He was good in
Stiff?
The Matrix. Yeah. I mean, have you seen him in CSI?
Yeah, I don't think he's stiff. I think he's very tightly reserved. But I don't think
that's
he's
more
stiff.
of a. Yeah, that's more of a.
But I mean, I don't think he's going to be that way in Superman. I mean, he still has to embody, hopefully, the personality of their editor.
Right.
I think it's going to breathe new life into his character, who isn't a major player but is still very significant.
True.
I would love to have seen Rip Torn in that role, but that's just
Are you kidding?
Yes. Honestly, I agree with Phil. Rip Torn there would have been perfect.
On.
Dude,
that's like having Rip Torn being Agent R in Men in Black 4.
It works.
Okay.
It doesn't work. And there was silence after that. You guys were actually contemplating it.
Yes, I did. And okay, in that case, I agree with you on that one, Barbie.
Okay, so I think we've got a comic book to movie transition.
Yes, we do. Last week, at the very end of Comic-Con, Marvel released what they call Phase 2 of the Marvel movies, and they, gave out some more information, release dates for both Iron Man 3,
nice.
Thor, The Dark Worlds, Galaxy of the Guardians, Captain America, The Winter Soldier, but this bit of news that we're going to focus on is Thor: The Dark World. We may already know who the villains are.
I've got my suspicions, but
yeah. Well, a veteran stuntman apparently revealed this during an interview when he chatted with iReview2 website, and basically, he was explaining that the director approached him as well as the rest of the stuntmen. He's like, "Look, we want you all to be elves." And he didn't know what the heck he was talking about. So,
spoiler.
So as soon as that hit the internet, it didn't take long for people to figure out that there may be specifying that the villain is going to be Malekith, the Uncursed, the leader of the Dark Elves of, if I'm pronouncing this right, thank you. If not, shoot me later. Zwart auf Helm. Did I say it right or did I butcher that?
Well, what were you trying to say? Svartalfheim?
Thank you.
Okay.
I, like I said,
we'll just go with Slarty Bartfast.
So anyways,
James, what?
So Malekith is looking to be the bad guy for this for the Dark Worlds, and we can only wait to see where that's going to take us. So definitely interesting that already early on, we already know who the villain is,
Right,
or
right.
possibly. So remember,
Well, I mean, maybe that was a leak on purpose to just, totally throw us off.
yes, that is true. That is true. Some directors and producers have done that before. Michael Bay, known for it. Okay, so and even Christopher Nolan. That's all I'm gonna say. I promise, no spoilers about Batman, Dark Knight Rises. So, and I think that's about as far as we got as far as comic movie news.
This is this is Siskel and Ebert signing off. Next up, I believe, Cajun, you have a picture of my latest creation.
Yes, your fingernails. Oh, the joy.
Well, this is actually what happens when a gamer girl gets a hold of some cheap wine, and decides that she wants to recreate the logos of some of her favorite games. If you take a look, my thumb actually has, and if you can't identify it, I'm sorry. I know it's absolutely wretched, but it's actually Plants vs Zombies. And then on my index finger, I have Left 4 Dead 2, which I think came out the best. But, I mean, other people are arguing that, the third one, my middle finger, Skyrim actually came out better than Left 4 Dead 2. But I don't agree with them on that one. What are your opinions?
I have to
Go ahead, Phil.
I have to say the Left 4 Dead is by far my favorite.
Oh, thank you, thank you. See,
I
okay,
like the Skyrim, even though I don't like the game. To me, it looks primeval.
yes, like it looks, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like it's almost been done in stone.
Yeah, like
So
chiseled into stone.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I like
did
it.
actually. I actually did it with a series of dots. Is how I did it. I
Dang.
didn't. Yeah.
You got patience.
I do. Well, and I kind of had to quit because I was gonna continue on and do all 5 fingers, actually all 10. But after the Skyrim, I couldn't see very well.
Yeah.
A little bit of double vision going on, so I kind of quit there and
Okay.
satisfied myself and played some other games. Put
Have
the
you ever
nail
thought
away.
of doing like Warhammer pieces?
I have actually, yes. I've got kind of like a little idea book there where I put ideas together of the kind of nail art that I want to do. So yeah, that's definitely on my list. Nice, very nice. Suggestion. Speaking of some of my favorite games, Bioshock 3, or as it is known as Bioshock Infinite. They went ahead and pushed that to February of 2013. But the reason I'm bringing it up is actually because I got some merchandise at Toys R Us for Bioshock 2. I got a Splicer mask, a Big Daddy, and I also got one of the recently introduced characters, the Brute, which was very cool. So I was kind of interested to see if they were releasing any Bioshock Infinite merchandise. Cajun, I think you got a picture of that, right?
Yes, I do.
Yes, and two of my favorite pieces was actually Andrew Ryan with a golf club. That's a limited edition statue. And the second item that I'm kind of dying to have is a T-shirt that says "Good Girls Gather," which is a little sister gathering her Eve like a good little girl. But those are definitely on my wish list of things that I need to buy. So yeah, they went ahead and pushed the release date a little further out from October to February. And I know, Phil, you've got an opinion on that one.
I say if it takes them a few months to polish it out, the better. I don't want a repeat of Bioshock 2.
Oh, come on! Are you serious? What was your problem with Bioshock 2?
It felt copy and pasted.
They built that from the ground up. I mean, it was a completely different team that did Bioshock.
But it's the same setting. It's going to give you the same feel. It's like,
Well, of
oh,
course
it's
it is.
dystopia
It's still
underwater.
Rapture.
Yeah, but they gave it this whole added it's flooding thing, but it's never fully flooded. I don't know. I never got into it fully.
I mean, if you're going to put billions and billions and billions of dollars into building an underground city like Rapture, wouldn't you want a continuation of that into a second game? I mean, it can't just be over in one game, right?
I guess. I would have loved to see a prequel like that. What happened that night?
Oh, right. Like prior to building or prior to the inception of the idea of Rapture or
Well, everything in the storyline of the first one, everything goes down at midnight. Like
right,
that's when things hit the fan. I would love
right.
to see like a build up to midnight, and that's the end of the first one, like the prequel or something.
Gotcha. That's actually not a bad idea. Game developers, are you listening? So right, Bioshock Infinite comes out in February of 2013. If you have somebody that you actually want to get interested in the whole Bioshock, into the whole Bioshock story, um, they have a bundle on for the Steam Summer Sale. It's $19.95 for Bioshock and Bioshock 2. It's 50% off, and they're selling them together, or you can get them separately. It doesn't matter. It's still $9.99 for each one. But that's a good way to get somebody that isn't familiar with the whole Bioshock, story into the game and interested, especially if you're going to buy the game for somebody as a really awesome surprise gift. So, and speaking of the Steam Summer Sale.
Yeah, we've only got a few days left.
Yeah, in 3 actually. It's over on July 23rd. What did you pick up from the sale?
I picked up Orcs Must Die,
Ooh,
and I have been loving it.
really?
Yes. If you like defense tower type games, but you would rather play them in a third person perspective, this is it.
Oh.
It's really fun. The traps, the defenses are awesome. It's great to see, orcs flying in various pieces and finding ways to keep them from reaching their goal. It's very fun.
Oh, wow. Phil, did you get anything?
I got Dear Esther. That game was amazing. People were criticizing it because they say it isn't a video game because there's not video game elements to it. They just say your
Right.
whole W and the whole storyline unfolds, but it's different every time you play the game. Like you'll play it 3 times through, and it'll be different storylines every time. And I think that is the core of a video game: is the storytelling and how it could be different every playthrough.
Right. Huh. Yeah, I ended up getting a couple of games. I got Bookworm Deluxe, Legend of Grimrock, Dead Space 2, The Longest Journey, The Witcher Enhanced Edition, and I also got Crater. And there's a couple other games that I've got my eye on, like Frey, that I'm thinking of picking up, and The Witcher 2. Yeah, I mean, oh, and I also got Amnesia, which initially, like when I played the demo, it kind of like made me all woo. But when I downloaded the game and played it, oh, I am so in love. Yeah, I absolutely love this game. But yeah, I've done some serious damage during the Steam Summer Sale, but I'm loving it. I wait for this all year. I think we all do, PC gamers as a whole.
Yeah, it's definitely a chance to get games on cheaper prices. But not only that, you see a lot of the indie games
Right.
that are real cheap, and they're like $5, or less. And some
Oh,
of these
right.
games
I
are,
mean, seriously, Portal 2 for $4.99? Yeah, I jumped on that one too.
Or they had Train Simulator for set 90% off. I don't even like train simulators, but I still got it.
wow.
Yeah, I think Crater was like $1.24 or something for me.
So yeah, check it out. Definitely worth it, and cheap on the games. You can get a lot of games for like under $10.
Oh, I know. I think I've spent around 50 and I've definitely more than got my money's worth. Absolutely
Yeah.
already.
Now, speaking of the Steam Summer Sale,
Right.
okay, we got to give props to one of our favorite online comics.
Oh, Cad Comics.
Yeah, Cad Comics, Control Alt Delete. Tim Buckley always does a great job, and
love
we're going to
him.
give him props on this one. You got to check out this comic because I seriously almost pissed myself laughing because it's priceless. If you're going to go into a retail store just to stir up crap because you can get the game cheaper somewhere, don't do it because you
Right.
never know who you're going to mess with.
Okay, well, for those of them that don't want to go to the website or can't see the picture, I'm gonna be the indignant patron, and you can be Ethan.
Okay.
Okay. Alright. Yo, dude, why should I pay full price for COD when it's your shitty store when I could get it for a few dollars on the Steam Silver Sale?
Well, there are some parts of the shopping experience that Steam just can't offer you, like this memorable conversation, for instance.
There's nothing memorable about this.
Give this a second.
Yo,
and
yo,
Ethan
what is
pulls
that?
out and pulls out a freaking
Cattle
taser.
prod. It's a freaking cattle prod. Yeah, that I would remember that.
Okay, if you've never
I
checked
think I
out,
had a date that involved a cattle. Anyway,
hello,
so yeah,
pray do tell.
who said that? La la la. So
If you've never
anyway.
checked out Cad Comics, please do so.
It's absolutely hysterical. Seriously, we can't wait. It's 3 times a week. Yep.
Yeah, check those
Battlefield
guys
3?
out. Now, yes, Battlefield 3. Oh God, Phil, I know you're
Oh
excited.
my god,
for
I
this
love
one.
that game so much. I play it every night.
Just to let you guys know, that was sarcasm.
She's lying through her teeth.
Yeah, blatantly. So they released a trailer for Armored Kill, and I gotta say, this has me freaking oogling like crazy.
Wow. That's
Five-
all I say after I saw it. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I heard you when you were watching the trailer, and you're like, oh wow, wow, wow.
4 new maps, 5 new vehicles, including the chance to, you won't be able to pilot it, but you will be able to man the guns of a C-130 gunship. Take that, Call of Duty.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, not only that, you're an ass. Enemy players can take out the C-130. So it's not this win all solution. Definitely, you got to stay on your toes. So
It reminds me of from Battlefield 1942. If you downloaded there was a mod for
Desert Combat.
Desert Combat, yes. That it reminded me of El Alamein, where it was all just tanks
Oh.
in the middle. And
Oh my god, that was just
oh yeah,
Yeah, that was wretched.
no. That just brought back memories. Sweet, sweet, blissful memories.
Oh my.
Yes.
Do you need a bib?
Probably so. Probably so. Yes, my shirt is wet.
now I totally foresee video card sales going up just a little bit because there's so many like explosions going on at any given time.
Yes,
think-
which is thankful why I upgraded my video card when I did.
I think my computer was just chugging at the YouTube video of it.
But we should be expecting Armored Kill sometime in September. So we got 2 months away.
Man.
I'm super stoked for that.
Totally.
On to more gaming news, so we can get away from Battlefield 3 before Barbie kills me. Okay, this is a follow-up from last week's video. We mentioned how Runic Games, the makers of Torchlight, had, basically they saw that a game company out of Beijing made a game called Armed Heroes.
Oh, right. Or as we call it, Manly Adventure.
Right, and stole a lot of assets, pretty blatantly stole a lot of assets from Torchlight. Didn't, try to change any textures, nothing.
Right.
Well, Apple finally pulled the game. Armed Heroes is no longer on the App Store. It was yanked as of yesterday. Now, EGLS did come out and give a quick statement. Basically they said players come first. We will modify the game so that way there's no more arguments or disputes about where we got our material.
Right. I would love to know what went on behind the scenes for them to yank it that quick.
Well, Apple's let's just say Apple's very quick on the no-nos of ripping people off.
Right.
So, thankfully, this rip-off game was taken off real quick, and it looks like it's going to go back to the drawing board as far as they've got to redo the assets and everything. Because if they do attempt yet again,
hopefully they rename it.
well, more than likely it'll probably keep its name. But if it does go back online with any similar assets, they're in for a big fight.
Well, I mean, honestly, at this point, after all the bad press, I would completely rename it all. I mean, rename it and revamp it.
Yeah.
like they're supposed to, so that there's absolutely no negative association with it when it comes back out.
Right.
I mean, that would be the smart thing to do, but that's just
So,
that's just me.
but kudos to Apple, and congratulations to Runic Games for fighting a good fight against those
Right.
that are trying to rip people off.
Absolutely.
Especially good developers, and indie developers at that.
Right.
You know,
When we like to support those as much as we can.
so
They probably should
definitely.
rename it Slap Bulkhead, maybe?
Nice. Hang on, just a second. I'm getting a transmission. We have an incoming LOL cat.
Seriously, seriously,
Uh-huh.
she was trying to convince you to get off the computer with Eve.
Yes, I was actually playing Bioshock, and she kept creeping up behind my monitor, and I couldn't see anything further than her little EYEs, her little eyes. But yeah, she's like, "Come on, come on, I can pretend I got a thumb. I can use the mouse. Come on, just let me play, just a little bit. Let me have a turn. Come on."
Seriously, you've got stalker cats.
I do, but they're gamer cats. They absolutely want to be involved in all the games. They want all of the games.
Did you
But
get
yeah,
them the iPhone app?
I did get them the iPhone app. Absolutely, yes. And usually whenever I can't find my phone, I just kind of go into the office and I find them both fighting over who gets to play next. Yeah, they love Angry Birds. Totally ironic.
Oh my god. Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Uh-huh. And that's actually Abby this week. So hopefully we'll have an LOL from Frank for next week.
Yeah. All right. So when Barbie told me about this next bit, I almost pissed myself laughing so hard. I mean, Phil, get ready because I mean, swear to God, you're gonna
Yeah, Phil
laugh your butt
hasn't
off.
heard these, so yeah, we're just gonna get his raw reaction to these. What we've got is we put together a list of the 10 worst nerd movie translations.
Now,
Um,
see, I never knew. I always assumed that these major, movie studios and whatnot would be ahead of the bell curve
right.
and wouldn't allow for misinterpretation. But
Well,
when I heard these, oh my God, we gotta start it off. All right, so
okay, so this is very similar to Letterman's top 10 list. We are going to start with number 10, which is Alien. Um, Alien, when it got translated to Hungary, they went ahead and put the title as "The Eighth Passenger is Death." So that's a mouthful. So what movie are you going to go see tonight? Oh, we're going to go see The Eighth Passenger is Death movie.
yeah,
Aces, dude. Way to go, Hungry.
Where do they even get that from?
I, I got nothing for you. I mean, maybe they counted all the people on the ship. I don't know.
yeah. One can only assume at this point. Number 9,
Yeah.
we've got Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh,
I've
okay.
actually never heard of this,
What?
but in
Oh,
Italian,
Jim Carrey.
yeah, it's "If you leave me, I delete you."
If you leave me, I delete you. Okay.
That sounds like some pretty big stalkerish Facebook type stuff right there.
I know, right?
It totally sounds like the Facebook movie.
This is what the Facebook movie should have been.
Right.
I think it would have been a lot shorter too.
Right? People just like unsubscribing and removing and deleting and blocking. It's the whole movie's about. Awesome. Social interaction with a click of a button. I delete you. But so number 8 is Interview with a Vampire, and in Hong Kong that translated to "So you're a lawyer." I mean, I guess associating a vampire and a lawyer is kind
The
of
Chinese, they know us too well in America.
They're both bloodsuckers.
vampire lawyer. I see the connection, but yeah, you want to talk about lost in translation?
Yeah, I think that's why my divorce attorney, never really came out of the office all that much,
Oh, right,
and it was kind of dark.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. Well, maybe you were wearing garlic.
Uh, no.
You do like your pizza.
True.
Okay.
I love my pizza. All right.
So what do we got for number 7?
Number 7, The Matrix.
Okay.
Okay. Over in France, this is what it translated to.
Hit
And
me.
I can't grasp this, so the young people who traverse dimensions while wearing sunglasses.
Wow.
I love that they had to throw in the sunglasses part because it's a major part of the movie.
Right? And they're young people.
Oh my, yeah.
Right, wearing
I don't
sunglasses.
know. Morpheus, he's kind of up there in
Well,
age.
yeah, a little long in the tooth. But yeah, the young that's nice. I like this one. The next one, all right, fine, I'll go ahead and say it, is Knocked Up, which isn't exactly nerdy, but it was hysterical. Knocked Up in Peru became slightly pregnant. Because
As
apparently there's apparently, you can be
How do
slightly
you
pregnant.
get slightly pregnant?
Instead of like full-fledged pregnant, you can
Yeah.
only be, slightly. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. I'll let you go ahead and take the next one.
Oh yeah, of course. You would give this one to me.
You would have more experience than me.
Shut up! How dare you? Okay, for number 5,
Uh-huh.
Grease, the movie Grease. Yet not another. It's not a nerd movie, but this was too hysterical. We couldn't pass this up.
Okay.
In Argentina,
Uh-huh.
it translates to Vaseline.
Oh my.
What?
Okay, so I think we know what's going on down in Argentina. We might want to be, watch ourselves if
Right.
we have the,
Well,
if we ever
apparently
have
you
the
can
time.
you can pack light when you go to Argentina. You don't have to pack that. I mean, anyway, the next one is one of our favorites, absolutely. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And
Yes.
guess what Denmark did to it?
Oh God, I can only imagine.
I don't
Yeah,
even want to know.
It turned into The Boy That Drowned in Chocolate Sauce, which of course is that's the entire movie right there.
That's like halfway into the movie.
Right?
Did they not see what else happened after
No,
that?
apparently not. That was like the defining moment, end all be all.
They only shipped him one reel.
Right? They took the trailer as the whole movie. Damn it.
And he doesn't even drown in it.
Damn it, Jim, I'm not a director. But yeah. And Cajun, you can have the next one.
Oh yes, of course you would give me this one. Okay, so Barbed Wire, which
right, with Pamela
unfortunately it is
Anderson.
it is based on a comic.
Right.
Over in Hong Kong,
Oh, Hong
It's
Kong.
not
We love
barbed
Hong
wire,
Kong
it's-
as far as hilarity. Okay.
yes, it's not barbed wire. It's delicate orbs of womanhood bigger than your head can hurt you.
If that's not a direct reference to her, I don't know what is.
Apparently, the Chinese have figured out that if it's more than a handful, it can hurt you.
It's deadly.
It's a health risk.
You've never been mugged by boobs?
I haven't. I think that might be a wish of mine.
Nice.
That's actually how my father went bald.
Oh God.
Cajun, go ahead and take the next one. I can't stop laughing.
So, Army of Darkness. If you're a nerd, you will have seen this movie, or at least
Hello.
one of the movies.
Ash.
And in Japan, it is Captain Supermarket.
Captain, what?
Captain Supermarket.
How did they even get that?
I don't know. Apparently,
Army
they never
of
got past the
Darkness,
first.
Zombies, Captain Supermarket?
They never got past the first 10 minutes.
I'm at a loss for words for this one.
Oh my. Okay, well, drum roll. Can I get a drum roll from you guys? Okay, and number 1, the best movie title translation fail. Batman and Robin.
Oh
And
God.
this also comes from our favorite, Hong Kong. It translated to, "Come to my cave and wear this rubber cod piece, you cute boy."
Apparently, the Chinese are onto things before we even know. Apparently, they figured out Batman a while back.
They probably got it
ambiguously
mixed.
gay duo.
Yes. They probably got it mixed up with an Adam West episode.
I think cod pieces are seriously rubber cod pieces, to be exact, are going to be all the rage next season. Watch out for it. Think Geek, are you listening?
And they're so easy to clean.
Right? Hello, wash and wear.
My God. Oh, sweet Jesus.
But I do believe that's all we've got for this episode.
Yeah. Thank you, Phil, for hanging in with us and
Thank you, Captain
listening through
Phil.
this disturbing.
Or should I call you Captain Supermarket?
Yes. I'm actually going to change my name on Steam to that right now.
Captain Supermarket. Folks, if you want to talk to Captain Supermarket after the podcast, look him up on Steam.
But thank you guys for listening to us once again.
Guys, thank you for listening to episode 4, and it's been great. And Barbie out.
Cajuns out. Take it easy, guys.
Later.
Bye.